to get ready with me. The first thing I like to do is count the imperfections on my face. 1, 2, 3, and 877. That's the same number of military bases that the U.S. military has globally. Then I cover up my wrinkles, kind of like we cover up the fact that the U.S. military created and developed the state of Israel, not so it would be a safe haven to protect people, but actually so they could acquire one giant mega military base in the Middle East. Then I put on the illusion of makeup, kind of like the illusion that other countries' leaders don't also benefit from the economics of the global U.S. military empire. Then I curl my hair and I wonder, if the U.S. military spends $1 trillion a year, that's 3 times more than China, 5 times more than Russia, and over 50 times more than Iran, which almost means that any of these countries aren't even a threat at all. Don't forget to pound your face in confusion while you wonder, if China didn't economically benefit from the U.S. military, then why would they loan the U.S. government money every year? And China has all this beef with Japan, which also loans the USA money, and it's like one big economic circle jerk. Remember to moisturize with oil, kind of like the oil that fuels the facade of all of these wars. When the real reason that all these nations benefit from the U.S. military efforts is because it reinforces nationalism and borders. As long as people buy into the concept of borders, they will be convinced that they need a government to protect them, even though the truth is that their own government is actually their greatest threat. And the more attached people are to their governments, the more corrupt their government will be. So the best way to keep people attached to their government is to keep them in constant fear of war, because then they will say, I need my government to protect me. And then they will keep buying into a completely corrupt hierarchical political system that is flawed at its core. So the reason why the U.S. military exists in the large capacity that it does is because it props up the global system of keeping people in a constant state of fear of war in order for them to be dependent on corrupt political systems that will ultimately and consistently exploit them. I'm ready.